Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Tonight we're looking at some of the lesser-known examples of film noir. With the mini festival we're calling A Night in Noir City in honor of the annual San Francisco Film Noir Festival, which is known as Noir City. And joining me to introduce each of tonight's movies is the mastermind behind the festival and the man who also programmed the movies we're bringing you right now. He's the president of the Film Noir Foundation, Eddie Muller. Welcome back, Eddie.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Our next example of film noir is a film which originally received very little attention. Its leading man, John Payne, and actor Alec Baldwin is called one of the most underrated actors of his time. The movie is 99 River Street. It's from 1953. Also stars Evelyn Keyes and was directed by Phil Carlson. Why did you pick this movie?
For the reasons you just said.
Oh, okay.
It's so underrated.
Yeah.
And it's almost definitive for the period. It's like such a punchy 1950s crime film. I'm also a big fan of crime fiction of that era. And it's like one of those gold medal paperback novels come to life, and it's just brilliantly done. I think it's sort of Phil Carlson's signature film, and he and John Payne had a great relationship together because they were sort of like the De Niro and Scorsese of the 1950s. They really worked well together, and Carlson seemed to get the best out of John Payne as an actor. He was sort of like Dick Powell.
Well, I was going to say there's so much alike because John Payne was in so many musicals.
Exactly.
Fox with Betty Grable and Carmen Miranda and Alice Faye and all of that, and then he totally switched kind of gears later when he became a freelance actor, and
Correct.
He got into production as well.
Absolutely, and it's interesting. It's a part of the history of film noir that people don't always talk about is the actors, right? They talk about the directors and cinematographers, but a lot of the actors really found themselves and sort of redefined their personas through film noir, like Dick Powell, who was, you know, a song and dance man, as was John Payne, Dennis O'Keefe the same way. Even Dana Andrews was sort of a lightweight, you know, guy who suddenly was transformed when he was walking the mean streets.
Right.
So, and I just think 99 River Street is about as good as it gets when it comes to 50s crime films. The thing that is interesting to me about it historically is in the 40s, noir was very much European influenced, and the directors had a particular theatrical style that was very spellbinding and sort of drew you in, and it was primarily art direction and cinematography that they were in control of. Whereas in the 1950s, when American directors like Phil Carlson and Don Siegel and Sam Fuller started to exert themselves, the film's editing became more important, and the films weren't quite as beautiful to look at, but they were much more aggressive and vigorous in the way they were made. Yeah, much punchier. And
now this one takes place in New York City. Our last one took place in Los Angeles. Is there a difference in noir that happens in L.A. as noir in New York City?
Yes. In New York City, noir goes like this. In Los Angeles, it goes like this. Sounds silly, but it's actually true. I mean, there's all kinds of vertical compositions in New York City because it's a vertiginous city. You know, it's tall and it's very arid and flat in Los Angeles. So you see, I'm not joking. It's true. You see a lot of tilts in New York noir. Right. You see a lot of pans in Los Angeles noir.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, the geography sort of defines the films, really. I mean, they're very claustrophobic in New York, whereas they aren't in Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, you get the sense of you're about to fall off the edge of the United States, whereas in New York, it's more like everything is closing in on you.
Yeah, interesting. Well, let's see the film. Here, released by United Artists in 1953 with a supporting cast that includes Brad Dexter, Frank Phelan, and Peggy Castle. Here's 99 River Street.